Okay, so hi and welcome. We'll get started because I know we're still waiting on some people. But let's talk about what we've been doing. We've been doing Unit 7, and it's been about journeys. We've been talking about places and journeys all week. So we're going to continue doing that and looking at reading a travel blog. So maybe someone has written about their journey and they've put it up on the website. So they call it a travel blog. And we're going to read and see what we understand and practice a lot of grammar and lots of things. So let's get into it, into our lesson. So we have 7E, hey Arjelon, the end of the road. So writing a travel blog. So remember what a travel blog is? It's like if you go on the website, onto the internet, there's heaps of travel blogs. It's just people writing about their journeys. Maybe they went to Africa, to Europe, to France. It's just a page. Anyone can do it. Anyone can go on the website, create a blog, and then add their photos. They can add their stories. They can add so many things. See, this is one here, travel blog. It's just a website. Non-stop party in Rio de Janeiro. So that's what a travel blog is. This is a nice one, Jen's Journey. So she's created this space, this website, and it's information about all her travels. This is another one, The Blonde Abroad. So if I click into it, we'll use this one as an example. This is a travel blog. Sorry, that's not her travel blog. We have to click into one. We'll go into this one. So this is a travel blog. Maybe, sorry, let me just pick another one. That wasn't the best one. Maybe, I think this one. If I go back to this one, this is what a travel blog is. Exactly this. So I'm going into someone's website, just like this one. Maybe this is giving us information how to make a travel blog, but we want to read somebody's real travel blog. Sorry, that's just giving us lots of different travel blogs. Travel blog Africa, maybe. Maybe this is a travel blog. Yeah, so you've got lots of things you can see. Destination, yeah, The Blonde Abroad. Africa travel guide. So she's putting lots of photos. She's put information about herself, about places that she's been to, Botswana, Egypt, Kenya. So this is somebody's travel blog. And it's called The Blonde Abroad. So blog, it's just lots of writing about her adventures. See, she's got all her adventures here. We can pick and then we can just read. So why did I talk about that? Because we have a travel blog that we're going to pretend that we read this from a travel blog. So let's read together. I'll read and then you can repeat after me and then we'll answer questions. Number 1. So so imagine this is a travel blog and we've got this image and some writing. So 3 paragraphs. Okay, let's read together. So yesterday was the final day of my bus journey from Lhasa to Kodari at the border with Nepal. It's the highest road in the world, and it's also a very long journey. We traveled for 3 days through the Himalayas, and you could see the north side of Everest. In the afternoon, we were only 5 kilometers from Kudari, and suddenly the bus stopped. The driver got out and looked at the engine. For the next 3 hours, he tried to fix the engine. Some of the other passengers got angry, but he couldn't start the bus. Finally, all the passengers got out and started to walk to the border. I felt sorry for the bus driver because he looked sad and lonely. But I also wanted a good hotel and a hot meal. Sorry, yeah, and a hot meal. So I left the bus too and walked to Kadari. Later that night, the bus arrived in the town. Okay, so let's answer some questions now. So where was the writer? So the person writing this, where were they? In Nepal? In Lhasa to Kadari? Yeah, near at the border with Nepal. So they're at the border next to Nepal. So let's have a look at these countries. Kadari, Lhasa to Kadari. So he was on his way from Lhasa to Kadari. So Kadari map or let's have a look. Images. It's a bit blurry. There's Kadari. The Kadari's here. I can see Kadari. I can't see Lhasa, but he's going to Kadari. So we can see it's right next to the border with China, Tibet. Here's Lhasa. So he's here going to Kadari. So here's Nepal and here's India. Maybe this is a better. So from China to Nepal. Kadari.
It's near to
Yeah.
China.
Yes. Yeah. So he's going to be very close to the border. We can see China and Nepal. That's a border. They're very close. So the question is, where was the rider? So he wasn't in Nepal, but he was on his way. He's in Lhasa, but he's going to Kadari, which is at the border with Nepal, or at the border, because Kadari is right there. Kadari in Nepal, it looks like. Okay, so that's our answer. So he's in Lhasa going to Kadari. He has a bus journey. Bus. How many days was the journey? Remember what the journey means? Like the trip, the journey. How many days?
3 days.
3 days. Yep. What could the passengers see from their window? What could they see? What could they see from their window? And you could see the north side of Everest. So that's what they could see. The north side of Everest. So from their window, their bus window, this is what they can see. Amazing. What happened to the bus? The bus stopped.
Yeah, because of wood engine.
Yep, because the engine broke down. Who tried to fix the engine? The driver?
No, I think. Driver, driver couldn't fix up.
Yeah, that he couldn't fix it. Yeah, but who? Just the bus driver. We just
Yeah.
need to know who. The bus driver. Why? How did the passengers feel?
Angry.
Angry, yes, they felt angry. Why did the rider feel sorry for the bus driver? Because the bus driver looked sad and lonely. Yep. Because the bus driver looked sad and lonely. Why did the rider walk to the border?
He want to do food hotel and
Yeah.
home meal.
Yeah. Yep. So they wanted, they wanted a good hotel and a hot meal. Yep, that's why they walked to the border, because they can't wait for the driver to fix the... Okay, good. So we just read a travel blog and we've answered some questions. So I hope that you've taken notice of some words here, such as but, because, and so. So we're going to talk about these words, when to use them. But, because, and so. So these are the words that we're going to be looking at today. So and because. So just on the next part here. So if we look at these sentences, and then I'll talk about these words, so and because. So the first one is, I felt sorry for the bus driver because he looked sad. The next sentence is, I wanted a good hotel and a hot meal, so I left the bus and walked to Kadari. Which sentence gives the reason and then the action? So usually you will talk about an action. So something happened, like Jimin was telling me that she saw an old man fall down in front of her today. So that's an action that happened.
Okay, I'm very scared.
Yeah, and she felt very scared. So because of this, she told me the reason she's feeling a little bit frightened today or scared or a little bit sad is because of this action. So we can either talk about the action first or the reason. So there must be a reason for the action. So the action was a man fell down, and the reason was because maybe he didn't check the road properly before he was crossing the road, and he didn't see and he fell down. So in these sentences, if I go back to these two sentences, which one do you think gives the reason and then the action?
A. Number B.
B. Now, so you sure B?
B. I'm sure.
Okay. So the reason you're saying is I wanted a good hotel and a hot meal. Then the action, so I left the bus and walked to Kodari. So if I have a reason, usually you'll see the word so and then the action. So B is correct because it says I wanted a good hotel and a hot meal. So there's our reason. And then it'll say so, and then you'll have an action. So that's how I know it. So what did I do? I left the bus and walked to Kodari. So yes, number B is number 1. So we'll put here question 2. So we've got 1B. Which one gives the action and then the reason? So if we talk about an action, we usually put because and then we have the reason.
Number A.
Number A. Yep, because number A says the action. I felt sorry. That's a feeling. It's an action for the bus driver. And then it says because, and it gave the reason. Because he looked sad. So 2A. When do you use so and because? So this is the rule when to use them. So let's talk about them and then we'll practice them.
When I say reason.
So that's the rule there. So the reason, then you've got so, and then the action. Here you've got the action and then because and reason. So if you just remember that, then we look at sentences and it'll be easier to understand. Or let's do these sentences first, and then we'll do some of our own examples. So if I said we called a taxi, is that an action that I'm doing or is it a reason? It sounds like it's an action, something that I did. I picked up the phone and I called a taxi. That's an action. I took action. I did something. So if that's the action, what must be here? Because. So why did I do that? Because we were late for the meeting. So we needed to get there quickly. So I called a taxi because. So that's why I use because. So number 2B. Hey, Conrado. Hey, Conrado and Anders. So because is the first one. Yep, because. If I said the train was late.
So?
Yeah, because that's a reason. The train was late. So what did I do? So we waited on the platform. That's the action at the end. So it must be so and then action. So number 2, so. Number 3, Ojalon. Yeah. Yeah, so that sounds like an action. This is what I did. I picked up a glass of water and drank it, and I'm going to give you the reason why. Because it was a very hot day. Good. Number 4, Alexandria.
It started raining. So they ran home.
So they ran home. Yep. So I can see the first one. It's a reason. So I did this action. I ran home. I told you the reason why I ran home, and then I said, so they ran home. 5, Jimmy?
Yeah, I wanted to sleep, so I stayed in
Yes,
the
exactly.
hotel.
So I wanted to sleep. So again, that's my reason. So what action did I do? I stayed at a hotel. We'll go to Ojulan, 6. Yes. Yeah, we hired a car because, number 6, because there were no trains or buses. 7, Alexandria. Yep.
I needed to morning. So I looked for a activity.
Yeah. So I looked for a cash machine. And 8, Jimin.
My friend lent me $10 because I didn't have any taxi.
Because, good. My friend lent me $10. Remember last lesson we looked at verbs to lend and to borrow. Yes. Oh, you have to call Jimin on Monday. Don't forget. At what time? What time? After 1 p.m. That's right. So my friend lent me $10 because I didn't have any cash. Okay, we will do this one and then we'll write our own. So choose the correct options to complete this travel blog. So I'll give you 2 minutes. So you got to pick it. For number 1, is it and or because? Number 2, is it so or but? So I'll give you 1 minute to do that and then we'll come back. Okay, so let's check them. So let's read the first sentence, Jimin.
He was so enjoyable our family holiday, and we are very tired.
Because?
Yeah, because
Yeah, it should be because. Because you told me first the action. So you said it was the end of our family holiday, and then you gave me the reason, because we were very tired. So it should be because for number the first one, because. Second sentence, Conrado. We had
a long journey from there
yeah,
to Vivo,
yeah.
but
So, so we left early in the morning. So you gave me an action at the end. That's what we did. We left early in the morning, and I told you why. So when you think of the reason, you can think of why you did something. That's the why. And that the action, and then why. So we had a long car journey from Switzerland to England, so we left early in the morning. The next sentence, Ojulan.
first because there was not much traffic at that time.
Yes, because. You can continue.
But
Yes, but.
We stopped at a garage near the because there was a problem with the engine.
Yes. So, but for number 4 and then because for number 5. So you can see by adding these words, but, so, because, we can make the sentence longer without needing to stop. So it allows us to connect one part of what we're trying to say to another part without needing to stop our sentence. Because that was a very long sentence, right, Ojalan? So that's because we added words like but, because, and so. And the next sentence, the garage, Anders.
Only is the car for
So we, because you have to pick one, so or because. We need so. So we needed. Yes. You can read one more sentence, the last one, Oliver. The nearest hotel. Yeah, so at the end, it's the last one is and it was the best part of the holiday. So I'll read it with all the answers. This is what it should read. It was the end of our family holiday because we were very tired. We had a long car journey from Switzerland to England, so we left early in the morning. The journey was easy at first because there wasn't much traffic at that time of day. But at midday, we needed to stop at a garage near Paris because there was a problem with the engine. The garage couldn't fix the car for 24 hours, so we needed a hotel for the night. The nearest hotel was at Disneyland. We went there and it was the best part of the holiday. So that's the answers. So just to give you an example of a sentence, I love Spanish. I love the Spanish language. So I traveled to Colombia to learn the language. I love Spanish. So you can see it's got so here. And then this is the action. So this is the action. And this is the reason. So what I might do is put the reason in pink and the action in a different color. So let me just fix this up a little bit. Okay. Maybe it's better if I do it like this. Okay, so I love Spanish is the reason. It's a reason. I love Spanish. And what did I do? I traveled to Colombia to learn the language. So maybe that's better if I put the colors like that. So, Ojulan, can you create me a sentence? You can use the first one or the second one. I wanted to live in Australia. Yes. So I can see we've got, this is your action that you did. You took classes, you took this action. So I studied English, and then you told me the reason. Because I wanted to live in Australia. Conrado, can you make a sentence? No? Think of an action. What did you do? Maybe I played football yesterday, and then give me the reason. Because I was bored. Because I had some free time. So that's another one of this one. Or the first one, I was so tired. So I went to bed early last night. So you can see how I'm using these words, so and because. So you give a reason and then the action, or the action first and the reason. Whichever one you use, you have to know to say so or because. So they're the rules. Yeah. Okay, we'll practice it a little bit more, so don't worry. But let's do this. Now, you are going to write a travel blog. So you are going to write about a place that you visited. You can make it real, or you can make it a real travel. So think about somewhere where you went. It could be a place in Adelaide in South Australia. Maybe you went to Hahndorf or up in the hills or somewhere. So think, where were you? So location, where? When was it? So when did you go? Last year, this year in January. Who was there? So who? Talk about the people. I went with my husband, with my children. What happened? So you need to tell me about something that happened. We saw this, we then went and did this and whatever. We went to a restaurant. Okay, so I'm going to give you 10 minutes to prepare a travel blog. So it needs to be this long. And I'm going to get you to write it in Padlet. And I'll correct your grammar, but then you can come up and actually not present it. No, just write it in Padlet. So you can write it here. I'll make a section for it, and then I'll check the English for it. So it should be pretty long. So tell me as much details about it. Okay, 10 minutes, and we'll come back. So let's have a look at some. So this is an example. I don't remember who wrote this one, maybe Camilla. She says, I lived in Paraguay for 7 years. The most visited city in the country is Ciudad del Este, if that's right, in Portuguese or in Spanish, I guess. This city is on the border with Brazil. It's the most famous city because, now she's going to give you the reason, because it has the lowest tax on products, especially electronic and international perfumes. About 15,000 people visit Ciudad del Este to cross the Bridge of Friendship. The empanadas and chipas are the best local food in Paraguay. The car is the cheapest way to travel across Paraguay. So that's from someone before. Okay, Alexandria writes, last month, so we don't say the, so just last month, I went to Gold Coast, Queensland. So we usually put the state as well, with my boyfriend and sister-in-law, full stop. So start a new sentence. we had a great helicopter experience at SeaWorld Park. So make sure you capitalize the name of the places. And also we met different animals. I would say just many. We met many animals like the polar bear and fish. So only put a comma if you're going to put 3, but you only put 2, so and fish. Good, beautiful. Oh, I know. And then it deleted my, so I'll quickly do that one again. Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't save if you're doing, okay, so last month I went to Gold Coast, Queensland with my boyfriend and sister-in-law. So don't edit it because then it won't save. We had a great helicopter experience at SeaWorld Park. And we met many animals like the polar bear and fish. You didn't meet the animals, and we saw many animals. The second day, we went to the Movie World Park. So again, it's the name of a place, so I'll put it all in capitals. Very important. Where we enjoyed extreme games like the roller coaster, extreme rides. They're not games, they're rides like the roller coaster. Full stop. It was amazing. Good use of exclamation mark there. It was amazing. She's showing how happy she was about it. I felt a little afraid, but there's no comma. I felt a little afraid, but I knew I could do it. Yeah, good. But I knew I could do it. Good. So good use of but. She's got, I think, yeah. So try and practice using your but, so, and because. Okay, so another one. We have my English teacher brought me to the beach in SA, which is far away, approximately 400 kilometers from Adelaide, 12 years ago. Oh, is that you? Wow, you were in Adelaide 12 years ago. Oh my God.
In Adelaide 2 years, 7 years ago.
Oh my God, wow. Approximately 400 kilometers from Adelaide 12 years ago. I do not remember the beach's name. It was a long way to go there. It took about over 4 hours. My teacher said this beach, so good use of quotation. This is exactly what the teacher said. So my teacher said this beach is special because it's available to go to the beach by a car. You mean because you can take your car in there? Yeah. Maybe it's a Silver Sand Beach, or I'll show you some photos.
I didn't remember.
Yeah. There was a beautiful, so I saw the clear sea. I felt refreshed. Good. I felt refreshed, and I appreciated and I appreciated my teacher for giving me a good opportunity like that. It was an unforgettable memory in Australia. Nice, beautiful. Thailand, Phuket. I was in Thailand, Phuket. I remember you told me how to say this. Is it how do you say it? Phi Island and Bangkok 2 months ago. And so I was in Thailand 2 months ago, and it was an amazing trip. I wouldn't add and. I was in 2 months ago. Full stop. You don't need to add and. It was an amazing trip. I went with 2 friends, my husband, or my wife?
It's not mine.
Oh, this is not yours? Ah, this is Letizia. Yes, yes, because you went to Thailand as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, this is Letizia. Yes, okay. So this makes sense now. It was an amazing trip. I went with two friends, my husband and my sister-in-law. Good. We don't meet temples, we saw. So meet is only when you meet a person. So you only meet someone, you don't meet a place. We saw many temples, beautiful beaches, tried Thai food, did a 12-meter deep dive. I might say and did a 12-meter 12 dive. It was an amazing experience. Wow, a 12-meter deep dive. The Thai population was very welcoming, and we have found memories of it. And we have fond memories of them. On the way back to Australia, I stayed in Sydney for a few days and loved the city. Beautiful, good writing. Okay, so as you're still uploading your writing, so remember, this is imagining it's a travel blog. So you're writing to talk about your experience. Where did you go? Who did you go with? What did you do? What did you see? So keep them coming. Very beautiful. I'm not sure who wrote this one. So somebody wrote this one. Looks like it's in the wrong place, this post. Did somebody write this one? Conrado or Anders? Ah, you need to put it in the one above. Make sure here, add comment. Or I can do it for you. 1 second. So just make sure you don't create a new one. Put here, add comment, and then like that. So I'll delete this one. Okay, I'll look at this one and then we'll go on a break. So let's have a look. When April arrived, the month of April is my mother's birthday. So, good. I like how you're using so. So there's no comma before so or a comma before because. So be careful, no comma. So the month of April is my mother's birthday. So with my brothers, we decided to have a party at the house with her whole family because they are very close for special dates. Full stop. So what are very close, the special dates? I'm not sure. Your mum's birthday? And what else? Your mum's birthday? Is this one yours? Your mum's birthday? Anders? No? Conrado? No? Oh, okay. I don't know who wrote this one. Okay, so that one's not for the writing. That's different. Okay, so let's keep sending your writing in. I'm not sure where this one goes. It's in the wrong spot. So let's have a break and we'll come back. Okay, so we have a role play. It was to create any story that you chose. So we've got Alexandria and Conrado. Now let's hear the grammar that they use and I'll try and make the corrections as we hear the role play. But yes, let's sit back and enjoy.
Yes, Mom.
Okay, so I'll make some corrections.
You know, Polando is top brand name in Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Top brand name. Top.
The class. It's like two
in
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
Gee, yeah.
Oh, nice. Hi. How are you doing this afternoon?
Thank you. Can I see the menu, please?
Then kindly read your
Today is special.
What's today's date?
Friday. Friday. And cheese.
You like that sounds good. I will have that, please.
Would you like is something to read?
What I call.
Enjoy your meal.
Sorry, I hate the spicy. I hate.
What are you trying to say?
I don't like spicy. Sorry. I don't like spicy. You didn't mention it before.
She was mentioned it before.
It before.
Yes, I don't like chili. Maybe I don't like chili food. And I should have mentioned it before. To make it nice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I don't like spicy.
I can't.
Really?
I can't. I should have shut it.
Really?
Please, can you change my beat?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to that.
Say it again. Yes.
I will I will bring you this fish, but without the spice.
Without chili. Good use of distinguish without chili. That's okay. Goodness, I'm a good customer. Very nice person.
I will be right back.
Sorry, I don't have time. Thank you. I would like the check, please.
You should not say anything. Sorry. Have a nice day.
Okay, you don't need. You don't need.
Don't worry. We don't know it. That's very nice.
I am hungry.
Next
Yeah. See?
So we had the situation in the restaurant, and we can see that she accidentally forgot to mention that she doesn't like chili. So she was very polite, and the waiter was very polite as well. So, but unfortunately, she couldn't wait. So she had to leave, but the waiter was very kind to say, don't worry, you don't need to pay. Yeah, don't worry, you don't need to pay. So that was very nice. Good. Okay, who would like to go next? Jimin and Des. Good. So you're doing all very well because I haven't corrected it. You're already doing very well. So I'm really impressed.
Because hello, I am Jimin. I'm nurse. 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 Okay. I am nurse in the hospital, and this is my his patient for elderly woman, old woman, old woman, old woman, old woman, or OLD. OLD. Old woman. Old man. Woman. Lady. Oh, woman. Yeah. Yeah. Woman. Ladies. Maybe she has lots of this is how I want to see you. We need to give him something Yes. And yes. I start. Yeah. Hello. Hello. What's your name?
Hello, my name is Tom.
Where do you live?
I have a headache very often.
How long do you feel pain in head? Feeling this pain. And have you been feeling this pain?
I both times the last week this morning the bank was strong.
I will say to doctor. I will say to doctor now. Yes. And can you wait for me in front of this room? Can you wait here? Yes. So, doctor now. Can you please wait here? Yeah. Can you please wait here?
Yes, good. I up the yes. Yes. They should iron no.
Okay, I will come I will return soon. Take care.
Are you finished? Because I know it's a little bit hard. You're online. Letizia. Yeah. So Letizia, are you going to talk here?
Hi, teacher. Yeah.
See ya. See ya. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Bye. Letizia, so you can. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I can't. There's no voice. I can't hear you.
Hello?
Are you on mute, maybe? There's no
Hello?
sound, Letizia. I cannot hear you. Okay, so Letizia and Ojulan, thank you.
Eu vou só explicar um pouquinho aqui, daí quando eu começar a frase, daí depois já começa, tá? So we are in the spiritual center. Okay.
The what center?
Spirit Center. Yes. So I'm a guy that is there, working there.
Yes.
And Leticia is a client. Come. Okay? So, vou começar. Oh, welcome to the Spirit Center. How can I help you?
Spiritual consultation.
I want to have a spiritual conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. You come in the right place.
Come to the right. The words are clear.
That's great. You have come to the right place. Who do you want to contact with?
Hope you can help. Last night, I had a dream about my husband who has since passed away, and I went to try to get in touch with him.
And I would like. So I would like to get in touch with him.
Please take a seat in this table and close your eyes.
Yeah.
Here around the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, take a seat and close your eyes. Now, ask him your questions.
Now, in a good place in heaven, so that I can be at peace with him. Knowing that he is well. I had a bad dream about him.
Let's concentrate and try to contact your husband. I'm receiving a message. Do not worry, I'm well. I need you to take care of the children and go ahead with your life.
Okay. I need you to take care of yourself and to put on your life. Beautiful. The voice of the husband coming from the spiritual.
Know that you are sorry, and I am very happy to know that you are in a good place with food.
So, the consultation finished. It's finished. What finished? Is finished. Now you need to pay $50. You are always welcome.
You are.
Always welcome.
You are always welcome.
Always.
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah. Like, you're always welcome to come here anytime you want. So yeah. So you're welcome, you're always welcome here. Others are very welcome.
You Vou desligar aqui o telefone.
Speaking
Yeah, take care. See you tomorrow.
speaking to the people that have passed away. So Odilon was a conveyancer, I don't know what they call them, spiritual, psychic.
Médio.
Ah, Medju, like magic. No, just Medju.
Querido, ó, vai.
Ah, medium. Yes, that's the word that I want to say. Good, thank you. So we have that same word in English, medium. A medium, a psychic, people that apparently can speak to the people that have passed over. So I like that. Apparently the husband came into Ojalon and said, take care of yourself. And so very good, very beautiful, and good presentations. Okay, so we finished a little earlier. Let's continue with 7F then. 7F or yeah, let's get more practice. 7F. So I'm just going to share my screen with the textbook. So in 7F, we're now talking about the final journey. Okay, so remember all this week, we've been talking about journey and places, the final journey. So I can see there's an image, there's a bear, a brown bear, there's ice, and there's this fish. There's a caption. This is called a caption. It tells us information about the photo. In Alaska, the sockeye salmon swims up the river. It's a dangerous journey. So let's remember what we've done in this in these few lessons before. We looked at adjectives. This is an adjective here, dangerous. You remember? It's a good journey, it's a dangerous journey, it's an amazing journey. This is an adjective, adjective. This is a noun, journey. And this is our subject with the verb. It is a dangerous journey. We have the noun, the salmon, which is doing the action. It is swimming up the river. Pretty funny because the river, usually you go down with the river. So this salmon, this fish is swimming up the river. Okay, I think we have to look at some vocab and then we get to watch a video. So let's look at these words in bold, in black. Skin. We know what skin is. Skin. Turn. That's a verb. Shallow. Shallow means like very low. So not high, shallow. The opposite, high, shallow, low. It means low. It's got the word low in it, L-O-W. Smooth. Smooth, soft. Decays. That means when something like breaks, like when you have decay in the ground. It's hard to explain. It's like I think of like the ground.
Yes,
Like, you know, like when things just decay, it's like when something is old and it just dies and dies, you know. Old decayed leaves when they die. Lays. So let's read the sentence. When I sit in the sun, my skin doesn't turn brown. It turns red. What does skin mean?
Pon. I think pon skin. Pon. B-U-R-N.
B-U-R-N. N, burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, my skin doesn't turn brown. It turns red because it's burning. Yes.
Yeah.
But skin means the outside part of a human or animal's body. So this word, this is what it means. Number E. What about turn? My skin turn. It doesn't turn. What does that word mean? Turn. Change. Yeah. So F, change. Yeah, turn. So we can, okay, so 2A, sorry, the skin is the outside part. So let's put, so we have 1E, but also 1F. What about number 2? The water, oh, I'll let you read the sentence, and des. What does shallow mean? But you need to read the sentence and then tell me what does that word in the black mean? A, B, C, D, E, F.
T, E.
Yeah, not deep. 2D. Shallow means not deep. It's like low, not very deep. So if you have water in a river and you can walk across the river, then the water is shallow. But if you walk in the river and the water will come all the way up to your head, then that's very deep water, not shallow. So not deep. Number 3, Conrado. Smooth? What does it mean? What does smooth mean? Yeah. It means nice to touch, not rough. Rough means hard. Rough. The GH is an F sound. Rough. Nice to touch, not rough. So 3C. Number 4, Jimin.
Okay. Number, I think number 8.
Yeah, when an animal dies, its body decays, it breaks up and goes back into nature. Yes. So 4A. And the last one, Ojulon, the chicken lays eggs. What does lays mean?
When they were pushed an egg from her body.
Yeah, pushes. Yes, when a female bird pushes an egg from her body. Yes. Okay, now let's watch the video. So just watch for the first time. Don't try to look at your book. Just watch and see what you can understand. And then we'll watch it again. So just watch for the first time. I think it's a long video, so we'll just watch it, but then we'll continue next lesson with the exercise. So let's just watch today.
These cold rivers are elastic. The rivers are full of a type of fish called sockeye salmon. Sockeye salmon are born in these rivers, but they swim to the ocean. Then, at the end of their life, they return to the river and start their final journey, hundreds of kilometers to the river. It kills in weeks, and only 1 in 3,000 salmon will finish it. At the beginning of the journey, these huge brown bears are extinct. If the salmon get past the bears, their bodies start to change. Over the next few weeks, the head of the rebel salmon turns green. Its mouth grows longer. Its skin turns red and becomes smooth. Scientists still don't know why this happens. The sockeye salmon arrive in the shallow water within bloom. The males start to fight over the females. Then the female salmon lay their eggs in the bottom of the river. Parents down, and their bodies decay into the river. They become food for the next salmon, which grow and start the journey again.
Okay, so it's a pretty short video. I'll play it one more time to watch it, but then tomorrow we'll watch it again. See you, and see you tomorrow. Or I'll leave it there. Let's watch it tomorrow because then yeah, so more people can watch it tomorrow. Okay, so we will continue with the next lesson. We'll watch the video again, and we're gonna try and finish off 7F, the end of the unit, and do some more review. So see you all then.